Juba is becoming the capital of peace. Indeed, 2 years ago, I had the honor of being here and witnessing a similar peace agreement reached with the revitalized agreement on the resolution of the conflict in the Republic of South Sudan, which was signed in September 2018 in Addis Ababa. We're here today to celebrate once more an achievement that would end the long-running conflict in the sisterly Republic of Sudan, paving the way to a durable peace. It goes a long way to realizing the legitimate aspiration for peace of the people of the Sudan. Let me quickly raise 4 points in the interest of time. Sudanese have once again demonstrated their legendary wisdom and ability in resolving their own differences among themselves peacefully through dialogue. You are the initiators, the negotiators of this peace process. You indeed affirm the total ownership of this process. The steps taken by the transitional government in paving the way for peace negotiation is indeed very commendable. By doing so, you have made sure that this peace agreement upholds the African Union motto, African solutions to African problems. The peace agreement that has been signed today is indeed a milestone. It will help the transitional government and the opposition groups as a springboard to a lasting peace in the Sudan after nearly 2 decades of bloody conflicts. It is a significant step in the realization of the African Union 2020 theme of silencing the guns. Peace in the Sudan will have a huge impact, not only for the Sudanese, but for the entire region and indeed the continent. It's a very significant peace deal for our region. For peace in the Sudan is peace in the neighborhood and beyond. It's peace in Ethiopia and vice versa. We have good reason to hope peace indeed possible and within reach. Therefore, for all this and beyond, I would like to warmly congratulate the entire Sudanese government, its chairperson, the chairperson of the Sovereign Council, His Excellency General Abdel Fattah al-Burhan, His Excellency the Prime Minister, my brother Abdullah Hamdok, for reaching out to the parties, and the opposition Sudanese Revolutionary Front leadership for a commendable achievement by reaching out to each other in order to pacify your and only country, Sudan. You can count on Ethiopia, the Ethiopian government and people, as you move to the successful completion of the peace deal, not only for the Sudan, as I said, but also for the success of our region. It's in our shared interest. It's now up to us to work together for the development of our peoples, countries, and the region as a whole. Equally, the government of Ethiopia encourages completion of the negotiation process between the government of Sudan and the SPLM North, as well as other parties, so that peace in Sudan will be consolidated further. As I conclude, I call upon members of the international community and friends of Sudan to support the implementation of this peace agreement, which, as you know, the implementation is as complicated as negotiation. And an agreement of this magnitude cannot be realized without challenges, and it can't be left only to the parties. Therefore, I reiterate my call on all stakeholders to come up to the front to offer support to this peace agreement. I would like to express once again my heartfelt gratitude to His Excellency President Salva Kiir Mayardit for the mediation that he has rolled and the historical deal, and for hosting us today here in Juba. Before I really conclude, as you know, This year, we commemorate the 25th anniversary of the 4th International Conference on Women and the 20th anniversary of the United Nations Security Council Resolution 1325 on women, peace, and security. There is no sustainable peace if we don't include women at every level, but most importantly, at the table where decisions are made and during its implementation. I count on our Sudanese brothers and sisters to make it happen. I hope that my brave Sudanese sisters that we saw at the forefront on the movement for change not long ago will also be given the opportunity to be part of the process of pacifying, reconciling, and building their country. It gives me an opportunity to recognize the positive measures taken by the government of Sudan in this regard, which should really be encouraged. Congratulations again, and thank you very much.